a year has passed since the war began, and it is natural for us, I think, to pause on our journey at this milestone and survey the dark, wide field. Hitler is now sprawled over Europe. Our offensive springs are being slowly compressed, and we must resolutely and methodically prepare ourselves for the campaigns of 1941 and 1942. 2 or 3 years are not a long time when we have the honor to be the sole champion of the liberties of all Europe. We must not grudge these years as we toil and struggle through them. The road to victory may not be so long as we expect, but we have no right to count upon this. Be it long or short, rough or smooth, we mean to reach our journey's end. The Nazi power, numerically so far outstripping ours, has been brought so close to our island that what we used to dread greatly has come to pass. And the hostile bombers not only reach our shores in a few minutes and from many directions, but can be escorted by their fighter aircraft. If we had been confronted at the beginning of May with such a prospect, few would have believed we could survive. None would have believed that we should today not only feel stronger, but should actually be stronger than we have ever been before. There are solid grounds for the confidence which we feel, and that we have good reason to believe ourselves capable, as I said in a very dark hour 2 months ago, of continuing the war, if necessary alone, if necessary for years. I say it also because the fact that we stand invincible and that Nazism is still being resisted will kindle again the spark of hope in the breasts of hundreds of millions of downtrodden or despairing men and women throughout Europe, and that from these sparks there will presently come cleansing and devouring flame. The great air battle which has been in progress over this island for the last few weeks has recently attained a high intensity. It is too soon to attempt to assign limits either to its scale or to its duration. We believe that we shall be able to continue the air struggle indefinitely and as long as the enemy pleases. And the longer it continues, the more rapid will be our approach, first towards that parity and then into that superiority in the air, upon which, in a large measure, the decision of the war depends. The gratitude of every home in our island, in our empire, and indeed throughout the world, except in the abodes of the guilty, goes out to the British Airmen, who, undaunted by odds, unwearied in their constant challenge and mortal danger, are turning the tide of the world war by their prowess and by their devotion. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. All our hearts go out to the fighter pilots whose brilliant actions we see with our own eyes day after day, but we must never forget that all the time, night after night, month after month, our bomber squadrons travel far into Germany, find their targets in the darkness by the highest navigational skill, aim their attacks, often under the heaviest fire, often with serious loss, and inflict shattering blows upon the whole of the technical and war-making structure of the Nazi power. And no part of the Royal Air Force does the weight of the war fall more heavily than on the daylight bombers, who will play an invaluable part in the case of invasion, and whose unflinching zeal it has been necessary on numerous occasions to restrain. The task which lies before us is at once practical, simple, and stern. I hope, indeed I pray, that we shall not be found unworthy of our victory, if after toil and tribulation it is granted to us. For the rest, we have to gain the victory. That is our task.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes' time,